I think good journalism is well reported. That's been the one thing that I've learned in the past 8 years or so as doing this, has been the thing that I didn't expect, was the level of reporting that you have to do to make a good story and to tell a good story, because you have to know exactly what you're talking about, and that has to come through both with details and just sort of casually with a reader understanding that you as the writer really know the story and who's behind it and what's going on. A couple reasons to be a freelance journalist are the freedom to write about whatever you want. I love that. I think it's one of the most valuable things. Another thing is that you don't have to be a freelance journalist in Belgium. You can be someone who lives in Belgium who's a freelance journalist for publications worldwide. And so I think there's a huge opportunity for Belgian experts, people who live in Belgium who speak a lot of different languages, to use that expertise and to get it to tell other publications and to have editors come to them as a point of expertise. When I first started out, I wrote for free a lot, all over the place, for publications, for culture publications, for sport publications, for tech publications. And one of the keys, there were two keys. One was that I worked with some really good editors who were writing for free. I think that's really key, especially for younger journalists, to continue to be edited, because I think that's one of the things that's disappearing, especially from online writing, is that a lot of stuff is not edited, and it's really important to write something and send it to an editor and either have them send it back to you with comments, or even if they edit it and then put it up and you can see how they changed. The other reason I wrote for free was because it led to a lot of opportunities. It led to, for one, when I would pitch a story to another editor at a publication that paid, I could say, here's something similar that I've written for free, and they could read it and see that it was good. And also sometimes editors would stumble onto something that I had written online or, written for free in a magazine, and they would come to me and say, I read this, would you write for us? The advice I would give to newbies in journalism, one, is to read a lot. I think we're at a time where there's amazing writing, and it's a wonderful time for journalists, and you can get so much amazing material for free online. So just read all the time, and I still do. I try to read 2 or 3 long pieces a day, and it probably takes an hour, but it's totally worth it just for that continuing education. The other thing I would say is develop a specialty, to find something that you are interested in and that you know a little bit about. For me, it's been soccer. I played soccer in high school, and I stumbled into writing about soccer during the 2006 World Cup, and I've continued to do that and continued to build contacts in that world. And I don't want to do it full time, and I don't, but I do it a lot, and it's something that I can always fall back on. And so it's nice to have that base, and then to kind of go out from there. I think the best characteristic of a good journalist is the ability to listen and to realize that the story is not about you. I think that's one thing I do really well, is listen to a lot of sides of the story, and to just sit back and let people want to tell you their stories, but you have to let them know that you're willing to hear it and that you're not there because you want them to say something. You have to get them to say what they want to say, and you have to let them say it, and they will, but it can't be about you, and you can't have a big ego, I guess, until you get to the very top, and then at that point you can allow to do whatever you want. But I think the ability to listen is the most important thing.